Hello, all you experts on life on the frontier. We have an exciting step today because you'll actually be creating your Google slide. So this is what a finished slide might look like. This was my model I showed you a while ago. But first I want to tell you the steps to get there. The first important thing, rub your ears, this is really important. I know you're listening, okay, you can stop rubbing them, is that you'll get your slide from shared with me. So if you're in your Google Drive, you'll go over here to shared with me and make sure you click on that to find the slide that's been shared with you. So for instance, if your assigned section was lesson 1, mountain passes and traveling by water, that's what you would see here. Now, if you're a student who's not normally remote, if you're just temporarily remote, then the slides that shared with you is going to be your whole group's slide presentation. So if that's the case, just be careful not to change anything from anyone else's slide. So be especially careful if you're changing the theme or anything. But for most of you, if you are fully remote, it will just be your slides that's shared with you. The reason we access it through here is this is going to make it much easier when it's time for you to present on a call with Miss Williams. She will this way have it all organized already since you used this template that was shared with you. So you just go in here and then you'll be ready to edit this. So I forget who was assigned lesson 1, mountain passes and traveling by water. I think it was one of my girls. But so he or she would go into this and be able to work right in here. Now, remember, you are not starting from scratch. You already summarized your assigned sections. So you just have to look back in your old Seesaw assignments. I'd suggest going into your social studies folder so you don't have to scroll as far. But in your journal, you'll see the summary that you already wrote. And that's what you're copying in to here. So you pretty much just copy the summary you already came up with where it says add text. And then I want to show you some other features that might be helpful in slides. So if you want to do a bullet point format, which we said is really helpful when doing a presentation to make it clear. For some of you, it'll show up right on this top bar already. On mine, I have to click these 3 dots that say more. And now I see something that says bulleted list. I even could do a numbered list if I wanted, but usually I like a bulleted one. So I'll click in here. And now I have bullet points. And the cool thing is if I start typing, pioneers traveled slowly over dangerous mountain passes. Now I'm not sure if that's her summary from her book, or I can't remember if this is a hardy gentleman or an academy lady who is assigned, but whoever they'll look back in their summary. And then anyway, once you click enter, it does a whole new bullet point for you. Another trick is if you click the tab button, it indents the bullet point. So if I had more to say about this specific topic, then I'd want to use the indent. To undo that indent, let's see if I just click backspace, it got deleted. So to undo that indent, you'll actually go back up to this top bar and click where it said decrease, and that would take you back to normal bullet points. So that's one useful feature. You also, after you've finished typing all your text, then you might want to change your font. You might want to change your size. Remember, if you're doing that, just make sure you've highlighted before you change. Otherwise, it won't do anything. So highlight and then change. You may also want to change your theme of your slides to get a different color. You have all these choices over here. Again, choose one that's going to be very clear and easy for your audience to see. There are a few other tools you can play around with, but one other important one is you might want to insert an image. Now, remember that images should relate to your text. So don't just throw in a picture of a cute puppy because it's a cute puppy. Make sure whatever you chose will help your audience better understand what you're saying on your slide. Another useful feature is if there's an image in your social studies book that you really wanted to use, you can do image, insert image, and then camera. and then you could actually take a picture from your social studies book and have that on there. You'll finish your slide. Again, the finished product might look something like this. This was the one we looked at together where I summarized part of chapter 4. And I have my bulleted text. I have an image from the textbook here with a caption. You don't have to have an image. This was another summary I did. What effects did the Europeans have on the Native Americans? And I just had my text here. That was clear enough. So the way you'll know you're done is actually in the Seesaw assignment. I used what you said makes a successful presentation to come up with this checklist. So once you can check off all of these items, you'll know you have a solid finished slide. So the first one says, did I organize the important information? And notice important is highlighted there. You'll check that off. Is my slide neat and easy to read in terms of font size and colors? Check that off if it's true. Did I include titles and or images that support my text? Check that off if it's true. And then you will be ready to practice a little more, and I can't wait to see your finished slides soon. Thank you for being such great teachers about life on the frontier. Good luck.